welcome into TalkFCB and welcome back here to the channel, guys. And following Barcelona's Champions League qualification last night as they soar off Borussia Dortmund by 3-1. Today, we're going more in depth. We're going to look a bit further there into that performance and analyse exactly what went on yesterday, what was good, what was bad, where the questions lie. But today, at long last, we have a question time here that's pretty upbeat. Let's get to it. And just to remind you guys of that Black Friday deal on Golazo jersey, if you use the discount code TalkFCB, you will get 20% off your order. And what better time right now than to be buying your Barcelona shirts, maybe with Antoine Griezmann on the back. And all of those who have already purchased from Golazo jersey, thank you very much there for your support. And I know many of your orders, pretty much all of them, have been dispatched now, and hopefully we'll be with you soon. And we do start with a very important question, and it all revolves around Gerard Piqué and whether or not he will return to Barcelona's defence. And ultimately, you guys want to know, are we better off right now without Gerard Piqué? Because yesterday, of course, we lined up with Clement Lenglet and Samuel Umtiti alongside each other, two left-footed centre-backs, but two very good centre-backs, certainly, on their day. And Gerard Piqué was in the stands. He was in the stands, of course. You saw him in the stadium yesterday, on the sidelines. He was there because he was suspended. He picked up another yellow card in the Champions League group stage, and he was suspended for this game. And the first thing I would say about that is, Gerard Piqué this season, he's served a suspension now in the Champions League, and he's also served a suspension already in La Liga, the yellow cards. That, for me, already highlights there a bit of a lack of concentration, a little bit of a lack of focus there from Gerard Piqué already to be picking up that many yellow cards. The question is now, the way we played yesterday, we defended pretty well. I wouldn't say everything was solved, I wouldn't say everything was fixed, but it was slightly better from Barcelona. Should Piqué, especially with Atletico in mind, should he return to the team? And I think it's a very interesting question because, of course, Piqué has his qualities. He's somebody who's highly experienced. Over the years, he has been, no question about it, a top-class Barcelona centre-back. But right now, is he fully focused on that job there as a Barcelona player? That's the big question here. Or should we give somebody like Samuel Umtiti, who for me, on his day, at his very best, he is one of the world's best. No question about that. If he can actually get back to the level that we all know that he showed before, Umtiti is an absolute world beater. And what I would say is, what I'd try and do with Umtiti right now is give him as many minutes, as many opportunities as you possibly can to really get back into that flow. Because if he can get there, it's tremendous for the team, it's brilliant for our defence. I believe that he can play alongside Lenglet. I know a lot of people think, two left-footed centre-backs doesn't really work, but that's not actually true. You can at times play with two of the same foot at the back. It happens very often with right-footers, and it's exactly the same there with left-footers as well. So that could certainly happen. And I think for me, Umtiti, when he's fit, when he's firing, give him those chances, give him the opportunities to get back to his best, because yesterday, and against Leganes, we are seeing signs. And of course, you guys want to know exactly what the situation is right now. What has gone on with Arthur Melo and Ernesto Valverde? It is something that's very mysterious, very curious. I don't really understand what's gone on behind the scenes. Because you look at it right now, he's returned there from international duty. Before he went away with Brazil, he was outstanding for Barcelona. One of the standout players there in our midfield right the way through the season so far. Scored some big goals as well, let's not forget, this season. And then after the international break, he wasn't even in the squad, wasn't even anywhere near the squad against Leganes. That was an injury. That was a technical decision, as said by Valverde. And then against Dortmund, on the bench, and he doesn't even come on. Rakitic starts ahead of him, Vidal comes off the bench before him, and Arthur still without any minutes after the international break. And that's a big surprise, and I don't understand that. And for sure, Arthur Melo, he's got to be back in this team Sunday. It's crucial. But of course, without a shadow of a doubt, the biggest talking point, the most exciting moments, the most special moments from yesterday's game were all concerning that combination play between Lionel Messi and Antoine Griezmann. And that, for me, that captured our imagination. That's what Barcelona is about. And that's what we've been waiting to see. We have been waiting here for that Messi-Griezmann combination. And the best thing about it was, Suarez was on the pitch too. So Suarez was there, Griezmann was there, Messi was there, and they were still able to combine. That gives me hope, because I think with Valverde this season, we have seen he is going to be very stubborn. He's going to play Messi, he's going to play Suarez, he's going to play Griezmann all together, so we just got to get on with it. But yesterday we saw, even if he does that, and it's not exactly ideal, but it can still work. And Messi was picking up the ball in fantastic areas. I think what we saw yesterday is Griezmann making more intelligent runs. I think he's starting to understand Messi's passing range much better. I think he's starting to understand Barcelona, and particularly adapting there to the left-hand side. side, and I think Messi was looking for him much more often. He had his head up, he was looking for Griezmann, he was eyeing up the passes, and it was brilliant, brilliant, brilliant to watch. But I just want to highlight yesterday exactly how many more times Messi got his head up there in the direction of Antoine Griezmann. Because you look at it here, and we look at previous games here with Messi combining with Griezmann, those passes there from Messi to Griezmann, you look at it there, away in the Champions League against Slavia Prague, we won 2-1. Griezmann was picked out by Messi once. One single pass went from Messi to Griezmann against Slavia Prague away from home. At home, it was slightly better between the two of them, but only 4 passes went from Messi to Antoine Griezmann, and look at those kind of areas. They're not exactly dangerous balls there. They're not picking him out in good areas. It wasn't really coming together between the two of them, and against Leganés, it was even worse. Again, just a single pass from Messi to Griezmann, and that was where the problems lied. Yesterday, completely different story. Look at that. 10 times Messi plays the ball to Griezmann, and look at the kind of areas that he's getting that ball in. Look at the different kind of runs there that Griezmann is making and Messi is finding him. And for me, that's so exciting. Messi is a world-class passer of the ball, and Griezmann, he has got great movement. He is somebody who's fantastic on the move. He's intelligent in his play. We've seen it at Atletico, and it's only a matter of time before he can bring that side of his game, that he can really unlock that full potential at Barcelona. And when he does, between the two of them, it will be magic. And also, guys, just on the subject there of Lionel Messi, yesterday, of course, making his 700th Barca appearance and doing it in some significant style. What I've got to point out, yesterday, of course, in the match review, we spoke about the assist, we spoke about the goal. It was brilliant all-round play right throughout last night's game from Lionel Messi. But one thing that I didn't say, and many of you guys enjoyed it, that free kick. You all know the moment I'm talking about. I'm going to look at it here. I've got to look at it a bit further. Messi there, we all know about his quality from free kicks, but out at that angle, you were thinking no chance. You're thinking there, put it in the box, pick out one of the big centre-backs, cross the ball in, and hope for the best. But Messi is Messi. Something here, completely different, completely unexpected. He picks up the ball there from such a tight angle, arrows it towards goal. The goalkeeper doesn't even move. He just watches it there. He's hoping it's going over, but at the very last moment, it very nearly dips in. It grazes the crossbar. So unlucky. A moment of magic. Even if it doesn't go in, he is still wonderful to watch. And just finally, guys, of course, Barcelona yesterday were improved. We got a very important win. We scored 3 goals. The feeling right now is certainly better. And many people, as a result of that, are wondering, can Barca win the Champions League? Or can we reach the final? Do we have enough in our team, enough in our quality to actually here go deep in the tournament? What I would say to that is, right now, I would say no. I would say on the face of it, we can't actually win the Champions League. But we are in November. We do still have here a large part of the season to develop, to improve. Whether we'll do that, we don't know. We don't know whether Valverde will address certain areas of this team. I still don't know about the mentality of this team. You've got to talk about the away form. Of course he has. But right now, I would say, on the face of it, looking at yesterday's game, looking at the way that we did win, I would say our home form could take us so far in this tournament. You look at it last season, we could have easily ended up in the final last season just on our home form. You look at Lyon, then Man United, then Liverpool. We very nearly there got through just because of the result we picked up in the first leg. Of course, we threw it away, but it could have happened that we reached the final. So I wouldn't rule it out. You know, you don't know what kind of draw you're going to get in the Champions League. We could get a favourable draw along the way and sort of scrape our way along. But I would like to see improvement. I would like to set our sights on the title. As Barcelona fans, we all want to compete for the biggest titles. But in order to win it, in order to be anywhere near it, there's still so much about this team that's got to improve, got to step forward, got to develop to really reach the heights that we want to reach. But like I say, it is coming up now to the end of November. There's plenty of the season to go, much learning to do. We have to stay optimistic, but still being realistic. We've got to do better. So that there, guys, is my thoughts following on from yesterday's performance from Barcelona. But of course, I want to know your thoughts. Let me know in the comments down below on everything that we have discussed in today's video. And like I say, massive game coming this Sunday. It's Barca against Atletico. And there's lots coming up all about that game coming soon. But until next time, as always, Vasca El Barça.